So what I think is important too is knowing what you're strong and weak at in these areas and connecting it for other people that complement your strengths and weaknesses. So Socrates, the great myth and legend, to know thyself is the beginning of wisdom. So he says, know thyself, know thine self. And I think you guys we really need to, and me especially this past year, I've been really zoning in on who I am, what I want, what I'm strong at, what I'm weak at, what I like to do, what I don't like to do, what are my things around about me. And so some things that have really helped me out is take a personality test. These two are free here, principlesu.com, that's by Ray Dalio, 16 personalities, that's a free personality test. There's lots more. I suggest taking those, or you could get predictive index if you have someone, a coach or a mentor. That's what I've taken, and that one's not free. It costs money, but you could take one of those, and it really uses data and science, right? Other people's knowledge of narrowing down who you are, what your cores are, what you're good at, what you're not good at, what you're drawn to, and you'll be really surprised that, man, maybe what I'm doing isn't aligned with my work, isn't aligned with what my personality is best at, or vice versa. Maybe you are. So that's what you want to do, is really figure that out. So I'll be going on to a mowing the lawn story, but I wrote down, I have these four quadrants here. The first one here is what you're really great at and you love doing. Write down all those things. So first, what you're gonna want to do is just write down every day what you're doing for like an entire week or several weeks. Write down all the things you're doing, how much time you're spending on them about. I know this takes time, but you need to know yourself, what you're doing. Be aware of that. And then put them into one of these four quadrants here. What you're great and love doing. Me, I love analyzing deals. I love organizing business systems and processes. I love working on my craft. What you're good at. Then the next quadrant over here is what you're good at and you like doing. Like you're not super great, but you like it. You're pretty good at it. If that brings some energy to you, you put that up there. Then there's things that you're good at, but you just hate doing it. It drains your energy. Like I can enter in data all day, but doing the same repetitive thing really tires me out. So I hate doing it, but I'm good at it. I can do it. But should I be? Is that the best use of my time, my strength? There are some people who love doing that. I know it's surprising. I one of my personality actually assumes that people think like me, and that's not good. I need to assume that people don't, and they actually like doing the things I hate doing. Then there's things you're just plain old bad at and you hate doing, right? And you're just like, you probably shouldn't be touching it. And sometimes people are living in this bottom half, where really you want to be living and doing the things in your top half, and then trading it with all those currencies of the wealthy, trading it with other people to help you focus on those other things that you're great at. So this is my example. I'm good at it, but I hate doing it. Is mowing my lawn. It's hot, it's sweaty. I don't enjoy driving around that thing. The lawnmower. Some people do, and that's fine. If this is for you, do it. I have a big yard though. It's like 1.5 acres, so it takes like 2 hours to edge it and mow it. So I figured I could buy a new lawnmower for $3,000, maybe even five, because I want to be really efficient and get it done quickly. But it cost me $80 to mow my lawn, and I probably mow it about 15 times a year, so $1,200. So just 2 years, I would break even just on buying a lawnmower. So I was like, okay. But then also considering it would take me 2 hours of my time to mow my lawn and edge in my yard. So that'd take 30 hours a year. So it's basically paying myself $40 an hour, plus I have to have an investment of $3,000. Yeah, it's a decent ROI in terms of like if that was it. But what is my dollar per an hour value? Can I find other activities that have a higher dollar per an hour value, or even just activities that I'm great and I love at and bring more happiness to me and free me up and help my mind go, where this just drags me down. So that's how sometimes, that's what you do. You trade money. That's where I traded money for time, to where I could be focusing more on my relationships or knowledge, or spending my time on other things that I'm great and I love doing. So then also with real estate investing, what gets more complex is when you're doing high level activities like real estate investing. This is definitely $1,000 or $10,000 per an hour activities. And these are the four things you need. You need the deal finder, you need a lender, a contractor, and a property manager to really be doing well at passively investing. So you yourself could go find all four of these people and train them and teach them, or do it all yourself, right? Kind of like my lawnmower example. You can save yourself some money. I mean, a lot of these people, they do charge a lot of money, 75, 100, $1,000 an hour sometimes. So you could go and create another job for yourself. And maybe it is good for you. Maybe if you're only making $20 an hour, that would be a good idea. But if you're making more, or if you're not great at it, or if you don't like doing it, you can go ahead and find someone to do that, to do each one of these things for you. And that's what we have done here at Memphis Investment Properties. You hire us, and we actually line you up with all four of these. We renovate the property, we find the property, we manage it, and we have lenders for you that are in this SOFA Summit teaching you about all this. So my dad told me when I was little several times, leverage your time, leverage your money. Really consider if that is worth it for you. If it is, great, go and find those people or go and do it yourself. But if it's not, according to those four quadrants and what Socrates is saying, know thyself, I suggest finding someone to delegate it down to.